Please support us on Patreon. More on that at the end of the video.
The U.S. peace plan, President Donald J. Trump's comprehensive plan to end the Gaza conflict, in an act of stunning betrayal of the Palestinian people, was endorsed by most of the UN Security Council in November, with China and Russia abstaining. Member states washed their hands of Gaza. They turned their backs on the genocide. The adoption of Resolution 2803, as the Middle East scholar Norman Finkelstein writes, was simultaneously a revelation of moral insolvency and a declaration of war against Gaza. By proclaiming international law null and void, the Security Council proclaimed itself null and void. Vis-a-vis Gaza, the Council transmuted into a criminal conspiracy. The next phase is supposed to see Hamas surrender its weapons and Israel withdraw from Gaza. But these two steps will never happen. Hamas, along with other Palestinian factions, reject the Security Council resolution. They say they will disarm only when the occupation ends and a Palestinian state is created. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vows that if Hamas does not disarm, it will be done, quote, the hard way. The Board of Peace, headed by Donald Trump, will ostensibly govern Gaza along with armed mercenaries from Israeli-allied international stabilization forces, although no country seems anxious to commit their troops. Trump promises a Gaza Riviera that will function as a special economic zone, a territory operating outside of state law, governed entirely by private investors, such as the Peter Thiel-backed Charter City in Honduras. This will be achieved through the voluntary relocation of Palestinians, with those fortunate enough to own land offered digital tokens in exchange. Trump declares that the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip and own it. It is a return to the rule of viceroys, though apparently not the odious Tony Blair. Palestinians, and one of the most laughable points in the plan, will be de-radicalized by their new colonial masters. But these fantasies will never come to fruition. Israel knows what it wants to do in Gaza. It knows no nation will intercede. Palestinians will struggle to survive in primitive and dehumanizing conditions. They will, as they have so many times in the past, be betrayed. December saw an average of 140 aid trucks allowed into Gaza each day instead of the promised 600, to keep Palestinians on the edge of famine and ensure widespread malnutrition. In October, some 9,300 children in Gaza under 5 were diagnosed with severe acute malnutrition, according to UNICEF. Israel has opened the border crossing into Egypt at Rafah, but only for Palestinians leaving Gaza. It is not open for those who want to return, as stipulated in the agreement. Israel has seized some 58% of Gaza and is steadily moving its demarcation line, known as the Yellow Line, to expand its occupation. Palestinians who cross the arbitrary line, which constantly shifts and is poorly marked when it is marked at all, are often killed. 92% of Gaza's residential buildings have been damaged or destroyed, and around 81% of all structures are damaged, according to UN estimates. The strip, some 20 miles long and about 7.5 miles wide, has been reduced to 61 million tons of rubble, including 9 million tons of hazardous waste that includes asbestos, industrial waste, heavy metals, in addition to unexploded ordnance, and an estimated 10,000 decaying corpses, although the number may be higher. There is almost no clean water, electricity, or sewage treatment. Israel blocks shipments of construction supplies, including cement and steel, shelter materials, water infrastructure, and fuel, so nothing can be rebuilt. Compounding the humanitarian crisis, Israel has revoked the licenses of 37 international NGOs, including Doctors Without Borders, and this follows Israel's banning of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, or UNRWA, which provides most of the humanitarian assistance to Palestinians in Gaza, the West Bank, and the diaspora, and the cutting off of water, electricity, fuel, and communications from UNRWA facilities, as well as the passing of legislation that gives Israel the ability to expropriate UN properties in East Jerusalem, including UNRWA's headquarters and its main vocational center.
If you want independent news and commentary and more, this is the place. This is Risky Edges. My name is Andres Chang. We have no corporate sponsorship. We have no corporate money. It's just me, my tech guys. So please support us. Help us blow this up by smashing that like button, commenting, sharing, subscribing, turn on bell notifications. Thank you very much. Please support independent media. Thank you. Please support us on Patreon. We put nothing behind a paywall. So if you support us on Patreon, you are also helping those who can't support us on Patreon. Link in the description. Thank you.